20 years ago, physician Andrew Wakefield claimed that there was a correlation between vaccinations and autism. This accusation quickly spread and made far too many people question vaccinations and their effects, specifically the MMR vaccination, also known as the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccination. This theory began to spread rapidly as more and more people stopped vaccinating and the vaccination rates dropped dramatically. This controversy was widely talked about and people quickly took sides.
How would you handle this as president?
Autism has become an epidemic. 25 years ago, 35 years ago, you look at the statistics, not even close. It has gotten totally out of control.
That leaves us with the question, can vaccines cause autism? The answer is simple, science. The scientific facts that prove vaccines do not correlate with autism cannot be doubted. Autism Speaks is an organization that is widely known and trusted. They are dedicated to helping families and people who are affected by autism, and they continue to advocate and advance research for the autism spectrum disorder. Autism Speaks studied the effects of vaccinations by examining 95,727 children who got vaccinated. Of those children who did not have an older sibling with autism, around 1% were diagnosed with autism. About 7% of those who had an older sibling with autism later developed this disorder. Studies also show that families that are affected by autism also have lower vaccination rates due to their concerns with vaccinations. Autism Speaks explains that vaccination rates for children that have an older sibling with autism are substantially lower than families that are not affected by autism. There are many life-threatening consequences that come with refusing to vaccinate. These consequences will not only affect those who don't vaccinate, but could end up affecting large amounts of the population as well.
Well, a widespread vaccination program for measles, mumps, and rubella, all airborne viral diseases, began in the U.S. in 1963. And as the country's herd immunity increased, the incidence of measles went from 3 to 4 million cases a year in the 1950s down to just 37 cases in 2004. But in recent years, immunization rates have began declining, due in part to growing misconceptions that have erroneously linked these vaccines to autism and other disorders. As a result, in nearly 500 public schools at ground zero for the current outbreak in Southern California, the immunization rate has fallen below that 92% threshold, which has given the measles an opportunity to spread again. But people who've contracted measles from this latest outbreak are all over the country. More than half of them weren't vaccinated.
Vaccinations are vitally necessary, and all information advising otherwise is invalid.